Aylesbury to look for evidence. Most probably the body was thrown out of the train as it passed through the Rutherford Hall estate in Brackhampton, where the railway curves. It is not far from the railway station, but it's quite secluded. Okay? Lucy Aylesbury will get herself hired at Rutherford Hall as a housekeeper, at which she is exceptionally good. She will look for the evidence that a body was thrown from the train into the estate grounds. Ah, she's going undercover now. Look at all the maps to find them, okay. And now we got a small zoomed in area of Rutherford, which is over here, okay. Entrance to Rutherford Hall Mansion. That must be here. Hallway, okay. The mansion's largest room. Sitting room and north of the railway at Rutherford Hall. The park, okay. So we got all locations in the Rutherford Hall Mansion area. Let's start at the hallway. Introducing Luther Crackenthorpe. Was it? It's gotta be some kind of joke with all these last names. Luther Crackenthorpe is the widowed eldest son of Josiah Crackenthorpe. Because Luther refused to enter the family business, Josiah left Rutherford Hall and his financial capital to Luther's several children. Girl, are you the help folk that Emma hired? You have to understand that though we'll live in a big house, we're not rich. Cod's as good as fish as a turbot any day. Okay. He might be a little cheap or something. So we need to find a fish. Well, they do live in a messy house, that's for sure. I won't improvise you. Your home is your castle. It must be lovely to live in a real country manor surrounded by town. Castle. Alright. So now we just need the regular items. A fan. Up here. Then we have a feather. A glove. Brooch. There we go. We have an angel up here. Handbell. A violin. A violin. Oh, it's right here. A treble clef. So apparently the violin wasn't spitting that out. But we also got a trumpet. Where did I see that? Ah, there. But I don't assume that pressing on it would spit out some treble clefs. 44? Wonder where they put that. We've got some dark areas, I can't quite see them. Oh, it's right here. An easel. And an S. And it's in quote, that means when to find the letter S. Voila. Let's go to the sitting hall. Or sitting room. Emma Crackenthorpe is the only surviving daughter of Luther Crackenthorpe, with whom she lives at Rutherford Hall. The only surviving? What does that mean? The only surviving? How many children did he have? The only thing we learned that all the money and inheritance went to all the children. But if she's the only surviving, that's kind of weird. What does that mean? Are you Lucy Isle Sparrow? I need a housekeeper to do the actual hard work. I can handle a light feather duster myself. Yeah? Well, it looks like it might need a round or two with that. Oh, I thought it was a cobweb. It's a flower. Okay, I'll take it back. But it does look a little bit dusty here and there. Anyway, let's find this feather duster. Here we go. Of course, Mrs. Crackenthorpe. You want cooking and cleaning teacups and the table laid for dinner. Housework and stoking the boiler. That's what I do. Teacups. Nicely stacked on top of each other. An arrow pointing that way. A pigeon. Someone forgot to close the window. We got some weed. Tuning fork. A pistol. A weapon. Who just carelessly lay that laying around? Oh, it's up in the corner. Strawberry. A pumpkin. An axe. Scissors. A scissor. And a dinner fork. Alright. That means we have the park left. I pretended to practice my golf swing in the park. After a while I found a broken branch in the railway embankment. A broken branch. Right here. I bent down to pick up a golf ball and noticed something caught on the branches of the bush. Golf ball. So what did you find? Oh, that was well hidden. Put 5 golf clubs into the golf bag. Are these blue one part of the actual list? I wonder. Well, there's only one way to find out. If it turns to 10, they are. Okay, they are. Okay. Then we got a barrel. A squirrel. Hey there, fella. A bucket. 2 spades. So, are we talking, yeah. A digging tool. A bow. A bullfinch yet again. Tire. Gloves. There's a little misspelling there. Bicycle and a cone. Looks like we got Moosey over there taking a look at us. I found the bus that must have been damaged by the body thrown from the train. You were right, Miss Marple. Now I need to find more evidence. Huh, it's one of those rummaging things again? I love it. 10 golf balls, piece of coat, and powder compact. How hard can it be? A bone. A piece of coat. Well, that's the first hard evidence we have. There's the piece of code. And I still need... we only need the powder compact now. There it is. Very well done, Lucy. The piece of fur and the powder compact must have belonged to the victim. Your next step will be to find her body. Lucy Alisbury found some evidence and must try to find the body of the murdered woman on the estate grounds, if it is still here. Okay, so we got the train carriage and Miss Jane's marble sitting room. And now we need to find another one. The room in the mansion's northeast corner. The kitchen. Alright, let's start at the train carriage. The murderer was a tall and dark-haired man. I only saw his back. He never turned to face me. He was wearing a heavy coat. Alright. The woman's face was distorted with agony. Her hat went a tilt. I wouldn't be able to recognize her. Alright, let's find the remaining items. We got a crown. What is this? That was a cage. That was not a crown. We got glasses and tassel, an envelope. What's up here? A rose, a yellow rose, a heart, Okay. A cone, a record, and a compass. And there's the heart. There we go. Let's go to the sitting room. Miss Marple, are you going to the police with the powder compact that I found? Excellent question. I think it would be better to find the body first, don't you? A powder compact and a scrap of fur won't be enough. Where could the murderer have hidden the body? He could have been noticed carrying along with a shovel to the park. A shovel? Perhaps he hid it in some shed, a horse stable, or some other outbuilding. The estate has many unused old buildings, doesn't it? Ever the treasure hunt. A horse. It's up here. Alright. Let's go to 11. It's a very small one. 2 G's. G. 2 G's. That was an evil one. But, that was basically just pure luck that I found that one. So they upped the ante, it looks like. It looks a little bit more normal, I would say. Then we have a rose. What's that up there? A watermelon? A rose. Didn't we find that in here before? Maybe we didn't. Okay. Pears. A fan. That's not a fan. Right here. Scroll. A magnifying glass. Binoculars. A street light. An umbrella. So now we just need the magical rose. It's right there. Alright. Let's go to the kitchen. Introducing Brian Eastley. Brian Eastley was a squadron leader during the war, but has not found his way in civilian life. Okay, so we are after the war. Kinda assumed that. And Alexander Eastley is the 14-year-old son of Brian Eastley and the only grandson of Luther. James Stoddard West, the son of very wealthy parents, is Alexander's schoolmate. So, Alexander is the grandson of Luther. But who is Eastley? Is he married to the daughter? Then I must assume that. So this is her son as well. Whatever her name was. Let me just check. So these two must be married. And this is their son. And this is her father and his father-in-law. I assume. You must be Lucy. My wife, Edith Crackenthorpe. Oh, okay, I was right. Died long ago. No? Okay. So he is a widowed man to a deceased daughter of Luther. Okay. But I still feel like part of this family. Can I lift that enormous tureen for you? Okay. First of all, what is a tureen? What is that? Is that a barrel? What is a tureen? I have no clue. Literally. A tureen. What is a tureen? So I wonder what they call in my language. Tureen. Tureen. Oh, oh yeah. Okay, yeah. It's almost identical names. Could you hand me those potatoes? She isn't much of a talker. Potatoes. By the way, that was we call it tarin instead, but it's for soup and stuff like that. Or it's what you used for soup back in the day. Potatoes. There we go. Brian is Alexander's father. He is a terrible brave. He was a fighter plane pilot in the war. A fighter plane. Just casually flew in here. Alright. Well, we have a hammer. A hammer. It's right there. A book. Dinner fork. Palette. Watering can. A horse. Did I just see that? Or maybe it was the chicken over here. Yeah, it's up here. Cabbage. Calendar. A shovel. And a bucket. Alright. And we need to find another location. The rectangular building west of the mansion. A long barn. Let's go and check that out. On the estate, there is a big desolate structure they call the Long Barn. The key is hanging near the entrance. So what do they keep in here besides a giant coffin? Is it a gravesite of some sort? There was an awful smell inside, so I cautiously searched. There was old paintings, gems, and sculptures. Gems. Okay, so that's it for now. A gin's lamp. A gin. Yeah, and by the way, that is the original name, at least in Arabic. We call them genie, but their actual word is jinn. Just for the record. Well. There it is. Then we have a fox. It is stuffed with both animals and sculptures. A brush. An umbrella. Then we have a saw. A poleaxe. That is a spade. Or a shovel. A poleaxe. That is one of those rather large spear-like thing. Newspaper. A handbell. That's a chess piece. A record. A pistol. A crowbar to sarcophagus. Oh, do we dare enter? Mallet to crowbar. Alright. When I opened the sarcophagus lid, there was a body inside with a torn coat on. Oh no. So they hide a body inside this old sarcophagus. It looks really old. We need to find out how the body got into the sarcophagus. Why not just call the police? No. They closed the case. Okay, let's make some deductions here. Let's see what she found out. Or we found out. A bush on the embankment was broken when the body was tossed off the train. That is correct. And we found the body. The murdered woman was found on the Rutherford Hall grounds.